The first day of school has arrived for students in Cherokee, Paulding, Polk, and Clay counties. Today is the day, and we know it will look far different than it has in years past. Teachers and students are facing the challenges of virtual classes, and it's difficult. Our Y Guy explains why and what parents can do to help.
2020 has been a crash course on patience and adjustment. Few know that better than the people who are having to learn new ways to teach.
We don't know what works. We haven't attempted all those different strategies.
The new school year is shrouded in uncertainty. Let's look at why virtual teaching is a major adjustment for educators, students, and parents. Across the state, teachers got a taste of what's to come when the last school year ended with remote classes. By then, they were familiar with the needs of individual students.
Some children learn through hearing it. Some children learn through reading it. Finding a way to meet all of those things virtually is definitely one of the problems.
Teachers will rely on a combination of videos and lesson plans sent home to students, as well as live virtual discussions. Lisa Morgan is an elementary school teacher and president of the Georgia Association of Educators. She says teachers will have to replace some tried and true methods.
We have cubes that have letters printed on them, so the children can put them together to make a word. And obviously, they're not going to have that kind of thing at home.
Morgan says parents will play an important role in helping teachers overcome the challenges. What do parents need to do?
Communicate and communicate and communicate with your child's teacher. Tell them a little bit about your child, what you've observed about how they learn best.
Morgan suggests that parents establish a routine, setting a schedule that students have to follow, as if they were spending each day in the classroom.
All right, we have a poll question up this morning. Are you prepared for virtual learning? You can vote right now at 11live.com/vote. Again, are you prepared for virtual learning? I think, Sheba, it is a certain discipline, especially when you're at home. There's a lot of distractions around. I know for myself, even social distancing from home, I've been eating a lot more because the kitchen is right there, right? So you go over to it. So you have to have a certain discipline, especially when you're sending video lessons down. You start watching that. You may pause it, go do something else, come back to it. So mapping out a time frame for learning is going to be key. It's much different than when you're in the classroom with your peers.
And you're coming from the professor point of view here, Chesley. I know you have children as well, and they're out of high school. But from a teaching perspective, how is it different for you to teach your college kids?
Well, we're doing Zoom, so it's not as much interaction as I would like, where you can see the kids' faces, get instant feedback. But I do get a chance to teach live to the students, and they can raise their hands and ask questions, but it's just not as interactive.
Yeah. And the teacher's not there really in person to hold you accountable, right? And listen, share your plans with other parents, if you will, because it's been very helpful to continue to keep the dialogue going as we're all trying to manage through this new normal. All right, let's send it over to Fran.